Hi, Jimmy.
Oh my God, Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr has arrived.
Carr.
Stay.
Well,
I will leave.
No, you can stay.
Yeah, we were.
Hang on, what are we talking about?
We're talking about.
I'll try and add value.
We're talking about.
Are we talking about getting the wrong subway and going to
that?
Brooklyn?
No, nothing
that
that stupid.
Just when you think you have a city worked out, I'm such a tourist.
You fucked up.
Although, I've got to say, my accent is bulletproof for getting lost in a strange city.
Why?
Excuse me, do you know the way? They nearly sold me Manhattan again. I mean, they went, yeah, no, we'll take you.
They wanted you to get where you
Some
had to
old
go.
Korean ladies took me.
Did you have that moment on the subway where you go, do you know when this is getting to 50th Street? And they go,
And the young
What?
man
We're-
stopped masturbating briefly and said, yes, this is the right train.
he did.
And then continued on his way.
Right.
No, hold on. Never. I'm telling Kay, I've never jerked off on a train.
Just that one time?
Never.
No.
Bus?
Yeah.
Sorry, but that's
long-
clearly not true.
You're stuck in traffic.
I can't believe you don't. Like, if you search now, if you just think for 5 minutes, Jim, I know there'll be an occasion. Any mode of public transport?
He said train
I
specifically.
did say bus, maybe. Perhaps.
Airplane?
Oh, of course.
Oh, and you're mad at this guy?
First time I was in first class. I was so enjoying it.
You were.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, Jim left behind his little gift too. Just
I
like
sure
this
did.
guy
Wait,
with
in
the-
your seat or in the bathroom?
Well, they're not mutually exclusive. I started in the bathroom and then fucking finished back at the seat.
Wait. That's you're supposed to
What?
do that in
You're the
reverse.
opposite.
Oh,
That is
no.
the most antisocial thing I've ever
Oh,
heard.
yeah. Someone surled a blanket.
But it's first class. Remember, anything's
I-
acceptable in first class.
You're right.
Yeah.
You paid for the right. But who would start jerking off? Why would you go, oh, I'm about to finish. Let me go back to my seat.
That's why you do, to show off.
Did you really think to yourself, I got to go back to my seat before
It's definitely Sal's
blow my
involved in
load?
this,
Have you the
Guys, who went
the
through 3
mile high?
napkins.
3 brony paper towels.
My issue with that Mile High Club, there's a certain cachet to having
Sure.
sex on a plane. But basically, what you're saying is, we fucked in a chemical toilet.
Yeah.
Like if you did that at a
Awful.
festival, you would think
Splashing.
gross. But
Yes.
Right.
On a plane, it's romantic.
is it somehow?
Maybe. I've never done it. I don't know.
I mean, like, but a bus
jerked off in your
bathroom. You know
seat.
when you're on a tour bus and there's a bathroom in the back and it's just the grossest thing in the world.
Sure.
Yeah.
But somehow exactly the same as an airplane.
Yeah.
Well, that's why Jim was like, I will not lower myself to finishing in this bathroom. I'm going to go back to my seat like a gentleman, and that's where I'll ejaculate.
This guy.
He's not
A
going to be...
prince amongst men.
Yes.
Are you aware there was an election last night? I'm not really up on the news, but have you covered that?
We did talk about it.
Yes.
I did not
Bonnie's
participate.
voting today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you not?
Bonnie didn't
Don't tell
vote.
me you didn't vote.
She didn't vote.
I could have voted and didn't.
You could have voted but didn't. Well, I
didn't
guess
feel
New
like
York.
it.
You,
I'm a
New York, you
registered
know what's
sex
happening in New
offender.
York.
What's that?
No, I'm Canadian,
You didn't
so I
vote?
can't
didn't
vote
vote either.
here.
Good.
Well,
Look
I'm
at you guys,
British, and I
everything in
feel
common.
like it's the most frustrated I've ever been.
Yeah.
Like the news now, basically our news is your news. We just get Trump is the only story. It's on
Right.
24 hours a day.
Right.
It's he's the only news story the whole time, and we have no say in this madness.
But you have all kinds of Brexit and whatnot going on. They're still
Oh,
just
we can
talking
make
about...
our own bad decisions.
Right.
Don't you worry about that. But I would like to have a dog in the race on this one.
Right.
I ended up betting on the currency just to get excited about it, just be interested.
Oh,
Just
that's
something.
hilarious.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You bought stock?
I bought
Bitcoin?
futures.
Yeah,
I bet
Bitcoin.
basically that the dollar would be weaker against the pound after this election.
How's the pound doing with the no Brexit?
Oh, it'll be
no
fine.
one knowing how it's actually going to work.
It'll be fine.
Okay.
We're trying to leave the largest trading bloc in the world.
Yeah.
They're patting us on the top of the head and going, "Oh, okay, you can have your sovereignty. Just sign here, here, and here." It's going to be exactly.
Are you
the
guys
same.
leaving or no?
Well, we're leaving, but I mean, we're not leaving the
No one
trading
knows
bloc.
how.
Well, I think they kind of do.
Okay.
I think the papers are just kind of running with the story is just so kind of disaster sells papers, so they talk
Yeah.
about it being a disaster. It'll be absolutely fine. You won't notice any difference.
You won't.
Oh, we won't. You're British.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you couldn't point to it on a map, so that's a difference.
I could. I'm really
Kate's
good at
pretty smart.
geography.
She is.
Really?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I'm not.
Okay,
Okay,
pop
maybe
quiz?
not. No,
yeah,
maybe,
yeah.
maybe
Should we do
not
a
that
geography
good.
quiz?
Yeah.
capital of Lithuania.
Oh.
Well, there you go.
I don't
There you
know.
go, everyone.
No,
Asked and answered.
So
what is
not,
it? I don't know.
Well, no one knows.
Yeah.
But I'm not walking around telling people I'm amazing at geography.
No,
I think it
you
might be
started
Vilnius.
this.
Vilnius
You
is my
barked.
guess. And anyone listening that's going to Google that, I mean, you didn't know either.
Right, exactly.
How about this? What's the capital of Africa?
Africa is a
Amazing
continent.
question. Amazing. A level of ignorance. Unparalleled, listeners.
I wanted to see if
Unparalleled.
she would know.
She
That
caught
was
your
a
trick
trick
question.
It was a trick
Yeah.
question.
Nailed it. Way to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Capital of Kenya.
Oh.
Nairobi.
Do you know if that's true or not?
So he's
I
looking
know,
at
but-
me. He's looking at me just to check. Is that right?
It's like,
It's a weird thing though. When you get asked on a show like this, you go, "Well, if you say it with enough confidence,
Yeah.
Nairobi,
Capital of Egypt.
Are you just asking capitals?
Cairo."
That's your.
Cairo.
I mean, if it isn't
I
Cairo,
can say
I
it
want
in
my money back.
French.
Go ahead.
La Caire.
I like that.
You do?
Well, that's
Yeah.
that is you're fancy.
Right.
Yeah, do you speak? Oh, she's in Montreal. You speak
I live
fluent
in
French?
Montreal.
Are you on the wrong show? Feels like you might be on the wrong show.
Why do French accent
Where's the
accents
wine and
normally?
cheese show?
Action.
Do French accents,
French accent.
but they normally don't get met with grunts by the host.
Why? I like to kiss up her arm like fucking the Addams Family.
Morticia?
Yeah.
Jim, put that
Gomez
away.
and
We're on
Morticia
first class
Adams.
now.
My God, but you figured out the city now.
Undoubtedly.
You're good to go now.
Undoubtedly. I also spent a delightful 5 minutes in Fox News trying to convince them to let me on the Jim Norton show. Because it's
right there.
It's slightly confusing. I went in there and I was very surly with the, yes, I'd like to see Jim Norton, please. No.
How was Town Hall?
The town hall was so I did a show last night in it's this New York Comedy Festival thing this week, and it was an absolute joy.
Yeah.
Like it's a crowd that you don't get in the there's something about American audiences where they're much more giving. But like I've done like 40 countries this year, and in America there's a thing with they laugh at a joke, they've enjoyed the joke, and then they'll throw a little applause break in there.
Yeah.
They'll throw a little thanks.
Trained by TV. That's a TV training.
But in Europe, they'll watch the whole thing. I did gigs in Finland recently. They watched the whole show. I thought this has gone very, very poorly. they're listening politely. End of the show, they went nuts because they thought
They're
it was
happy
a
it was
play.
over.
Yeah, well, I get it. I've often said there's such a thin line between a standing ovation and people getting up.
Yeah.
I think I got standing ovation. Hang on, are they meant to put on their coats during standing ovation?
But it's
Wow.
it's the TV training, the applause that comes after the laughing. You
Yeah,
think?
you can watch. Carlin did a special called "You Are All Diseased," and there's one moment where it's a great special.
He's maybe the greatest. Yeah.
They're clapping, and he goes, "Okay, okay," and you could see that it's fucking his timing up. He didn't want the applause. Like he didn't need the applause. You could see it. It fucks up timing for jokes sometimes.
Right.
Too.
Where do you stand on the encore, on the walking off and walking back on as if you weren't going to?
I've
No.
never done an encore. Never.
You've never done an encore.
No, I don't do them.
Well,
I do
you
my
need to-
closing bit.
You don't do them for. That's different.
Yeah, there's never been a call for it. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So when you when you leave the stage, you leave the stage. That is it.
Kate.
You never. When you leave the stage,
There's
that's
a mass exodus once he leaves.
it. Yeah.
We were laughing at something
Yeah,
different.
Kate took her heavy sweater off and is now just wearing a very light, delightful striped short sleeve shirt.
Kate is now wearing a tight T-shirt, and while you were taking
that
your
tight?
while you
No,
were taking your
it's not.
overgarment off, Jim mumbled, "Yes." So
I wanted you to be comfortable.
just to make sure everybody's on board with
Quite
everything.
Sweaty.
Are you really? Do you wear
It was
deodorant?
hot.
Oh my
I
God.
wear antiperspirant.
I feel bad
Okay.
that I brought her into
Sorry,
this.
Well, I'm a
I
friend.
realize in any other work setting, saying I wear. Do you wear deodorant? This is getting very sexual in this.
Not
day
at
and
all.
age.
I'm anti-deodorant.
You're
Yeah.
anti.
I wear it. I don't like when women do.
Kate, here's what you didn't know. Yeah, I knew that the correct answer was no. If you had said no, you would have driven this man into such a fervor. It would have been incredible.
Okay.
So you
I'm
like
glad
a bit
I
of,
went with the wrong answer.
You like a bit of musk.
At times.
At
Not on my
times.
shoe on a
Oh,
plane.
If you could refrain from undressing me with your eyes, Jim, I would super appreciate
You always
it.
smell good, though.
But you don't mind having your head shoved into an armpit that's maybe been walking around Manhattan all day?
I could live with that.
Have you? Can
Are
I?
you a
Can I
feet guy,
recommend?
Jim?
I can
Smelly
be.
shoes?
It depends if they're clean. I don't like dirty feet. A little smelly is fine, but they got to be clean. Like I don't like feet that have been walking on the floor.
Oh, have I got a top tip for you, Jim? Have you tried the B train? Because if you enjoy smelly people, you are in luck. There was some guys there just decided showering was not for them.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
But you don't like stink. You just like the natural body odor coming
Yeah, I
out.
don't want to dirty,
Right, not dirty.
gross. Yeah.
But what if somebody's been like let's say somebody was going through the New York City Marathon over the
Sure.
weekend. That was just on Sunday. And they decided that right before they shower, they really needed to go ahead and have a sit on your face. Would that be okay?
It would be a reward for their hard run. I would be like, just relax, take a load off.
So we're not just talking about the election then, yeah?
No, not entirely. But
Okay, yeah.
We're actually looping back.
We're sort of looking around the issues.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
no, sure.
No, we're gonna loop back to it though. I promise you that. We're getting there. But you don't. So yeah, you don't mind sweaty. ass crack either.
Depends on the person, honestly.
Wow, how deep are we going on this?
Right.
Any
Well,
other
nose deep.
orifice?
Deep dive into ass crack.
How deep are we going? I'd say 2 knuckles is the gentleman's measure.
That's what they do in the UK.
Oh yes.
so are you? I mean, getting back to the
Sure.
the election, this is what we're talking about. Are you invested in it because it's on the news so much, or do you just
No, I had to put a bet on
Right.
to get invested because I mean it's on the news
You
every
don't
day.
care.
I do.
He does now.
I do
Because of the
care.
bet.
I mean, it seems like everything's going in one direction in the world, and we're having a little, like everything since the turn of the century has gone in one direction.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's more freedom and more liberty, and everything's kind of
Right.
getting better.
Mm-hmm.
And we've kind of gone, we need. Should we have 4 years off from that? Let's have 4 years off and just have a little look around, and then we'll go again.
Yeah, let's back that up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing's been done. I was chatting last night. Nothing's been done since 2010, right? What new laws have been passed?
It's just been repealed. Just some things have been
A
repealed.
lot of regulations have been repealed.
They
yeah.
put those kids in cages. We were
Yeah,
talking about
yeah,
that
yeah.
earlier, so that's not bad.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Oh, did we not all? I thought I was
we
speaking.
were all,
I
we were
thought I was
all in
speaking for the
agreement,
room.
I thought.
Yeah. That's, okay. all right.
Isn't there a militia walking towards the border now?
Militia.
Caravan.
Well, they
Caravan.
have it, depending on what channel you watch. It's either
Yeah.
a militia or a caravan of peaceful.
Or tuckered out.
Or
Yeah.
not so peaceful.
Yeah, they're either tuckered out or they're carrying machetes.
Yeah.
One or the
And
other.
they're walking towards the border.
Yeah, but they're like 800 miles away.
Do you think there's any? So these are people trying to get into America, and
They'd
then there's
like to.
and then there's militiamen trying to stop them.
No
That's
one's
right.
stopping them yet, but they may be at the border waiting. For them.
You're right about that. That the militiamen are being prepared to stop the
I'm
caravan.
sorry, this is
of people.
happening, or this is a new series on FX to replace Walking Dead. Because I'm good with either.
Right, right. No, it's happening.
I love the idea of the whole border, the whole thing around that. The idea that people are going, this is a huge issue, and you go, have you checked the airports?
It's mind-boggling to me
Is
that
someone standing there with a rifle looking up going, oh, it's a plane. Someone could be on that.
yeah. I know.
While the airports, though, there's a documentation that goes on.
You have
I
to go
think
through
that would be
customs
the
before you get on
argument.
the
Yeah.
plane.
Right.
They have to know you have a visa or whatever before you get on the plane.
They're
so-
worried about the people just going right over the border and running into our country undocumented.
I
is
think
the
it's like
criticism.
weird that George Soros is funding this and he won't give him a fucking bus.
Just funding the caravan.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'll pay for it, but you
What's
guys
he
are
paying
walking.
for? Just like a couple of waters.
Right.
Sandwiches.
We'll give you new shoes every 1,000 miles.
Yeah, we have
That's
guys
it.
on the sidelines handing out orange slices as
Yeah.
you go. But other than that,
No.
that's it.
I didn't know he was funding it.
Oh, that's. I mean, I've heard that. Haven't you?
You've heard that? I think.
I mean,
sorry, I
Bonnie's
think.
starting new
ridiculous.
rumors.
I think Bonnie got the wrong building as well. You need Fox News for conspiracy theories and crazy right wing
I
shit.
mean, I obviously I don't believe it. I'm joking. I mean, but people do say that. Okay.
Yeah. Bonnie believes it.
She does.
Hook, line, and sinker.
100%.
She's pushing that
The
forward.
Jews rule the world.
Hungarian Jews.
Yeah.
Are you still married to that guy?
I sure am.
I'm not.
Really? Because
She's not. She's
Loving
working on
every
it.
minute of it.
You're happily in love with Rich Voss.
Yes.
That
Whenever
guy.
he goes away, I'm happily in love.
I see.
Then when he comes back, I get irritated.
Why, do you not think that Bonnie should be married to Rich Voss?
I mean, in the history of people punching above their weight, Voss is. I mean, he's killing it.
Right. He's doing
and,
really
and the world knows.
Right.
I mean,
Oh no, but he would never admit to that. He's constantly like, you know.
He's letting you know how lucky you are?
Yes.
does he?
I mean, he
Does he
wears those
stand on a little-
rings. Come on.
Well, Troy and I are very supportive of the fact that he has these tiny little stumpy fingers.
oh god.
But he
Well,
wears
how
big-
crazy would he look with normal sized fingers? He's 4'2".
No, that's true. You're
He's
right
a little
about
guy,
that.
but his fingers could be a little longer
But he wears big giant rings on each of his
to
fingers.
highlight them.
Bonnie said you
Yeah.
call that 2 knuckles.
Yeah. It'd be like the Elephant Man wearing a crown.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's a lovely image. Just the Elephant Man walks in. You've all been so very kind. Oh, the crown's too much. Very pleased to meet you.
People like him.
I was walking in the street and people were staring at me. I think it might have been the crown.
I love when he put the cologne on. You remember that scene where they gave him a little cologne kit? And
Yeah.
he's dabbing cologne on his neck.
He's
Oh,
not it.
that movie is a
What are you
heartbreaker.
fucking
Yeah.
thinking?
But
Wait,
ironically, you were
original
doing
you're talking about?
With John William Hurt and Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins is in it. But you were doing the Elephant Man impression, and the lisp was exactly the
I
same
was
as
like,
Rich Voss.
Yes. I
Like,
was
it's incredible. He spits just as fun.
I was like, the elephant
my
man
God.
is just slightly more charming.
That's right.
He does spit an awful.
He's
Yes.
he knows etiquette and stuff.
Jimmy Carr, have you stumbled upon to something?
I think
Is
we
Rich
have.
Voss
The Elephant Man.
the Elephant Man? I think. How do you feel about Voss deciding that he needs to display his wealth through physical means on his fingers, letting the world know how successful he is?
I want him.
You know, like a medieval gypsy.
That's right.
I want him to express himself however he feels best to express himself, but sometimes it is like I'm human, so sometimes when we're out or like we're doing stuff, we're talking to someone, you know, maybe we're at the doctor's, something where I see them
You're at the
looking,
doctor's.
and then you're like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Do you worry that there's going to be?
we've been looking for a house, so sometimes we go and the realtor. I think he thinks the realtor
He's going to be impressed.
thinks, yeah, like you know, he's like got these rings. They're
Does he
looking
live
at
in a
him.
normal size house, or do things have to be specially?
So there's stools, but no, it's
Poor little his little rings. He thinks that's going to get they're going to think he's classier.
he thinks like he bought me a Louis Vuitton one time.
Louis
him,
Vuitton.
I asked him not to, and he gets so mad if I don't wear it because he feels that's how people will know you're doing well.
That's it.
you
We
know?
tell him
It's-
every time. You have to show. It's like rappers. Like you have to show that you're wealthy through physical means. Otherwise, how will anybody
How
ever
will
know?
anyone
Do you
ever
like
know?
your Louis Vuitton, whatever it was, bag?
Well, the thing is, it's like $1,000 bag. I'm a fucking comedian. I throw it in the corner and go on stage. Like it's not. It's just. It's
You
not a
don't
good
care.
idea.
It's not
You
practical.
don't care
It's
about it.
stupid.
No. Yeah, it is. Now, do you feel like when your daughter is of college age and you guys have to tell her it's time for you to go get some student loans and her dad is telling her to get student loans while
Well,
he's
he'll
got...
be dead by then. We'll melt down his rings.
Okay.
We'll do it. We'll
All right.
figure it out.
All right, then
But-
that'll be okay then.
You have
That'll
no
be
jewelry
okay.
on.
No, I don't wear jewelry.
Oh, this is the other thing. He buys me jewelry all the time. He bought me this huge, like honestly, it was like this thick of a like a gold necklace.
Like a Run DMC
Yeah.
gold
yes,
rope
I
chain.
was like, you see me, I wear no jewelry,
Right.
none. I like he keeps buying me these wedding rings that are enormous, and then I won't wear them. I said I'll wear it for a special occasion, and he's like, you wear it all the time. That's what it's for, because
Is
he
he-
thinks this is a bad reflection on him
His
that I only
wedding
wear a
band. Yeah.
band.
Is he robbing people on the way home?
No, he's.
How is this jewelry coming? Is it like just in the palm of his hand? Just a little,
No
just a little
pocket.
clump?
He spends a lot of time in the Diamond District. I think he likes negotiating.
That's why you have all this jewelry, because he loves a deal.
He loves
and he
a deal.
gets a deal on it, and he's
Yes,
like, I'll buy it if
yes.
I can get a deal on
But
it.
then
Yeah.
then I won't wear it. So then he takes it and gets it remade into jewelry for himself. So I think it's like a way of him
Sure it
getting
is.
what he wants,
Right.
but
Through
being a great guy.
I remember
around
Liberace's wife
that.
saying the same thing.
Is that right?
Oh yeah.
Well, they were happily
we
married
have,
too,
the
weren't
same,
they?
Oh.
we have the same sex life.
So how come you have no jewelry? You don't like it?
I don't wear jewelry. I tried it in high school and it just
I don't like it either. Yeah.
Is the issue that you just don't have anybody? If somebody were to buy you jewelry, would you like that? Or not for
I
you?
don't.
Just ask
I'm
her
not
out
a
for a
Christmas
drink, mate.
tree. I don't like being adorned with. I don't know.
Okay.
My looks speak for themselves.
They do.
Yeah, I'm
what
not
are
into
they saying?
jewelry either. I don't get it.
What are they saying?
What are they saying exactly?
It's in French. You wouldn't understand.
Oh my goodness. Well, Jimmy Carr, I'm glad that you've been
We're
here.
glad you made it.
We have to wrap up though.
Really? Do
Our
we have
show
to?
ends before. Yeah, our show.
Why,
We're
why
actually.
would this show even end? I mean, these
Yeah.
people are driving cross country,
Right.
murdering prostitutes in the back of trucks. Come on.
Absolutely.
They need something.
They
to
need
listen
something
to.
to listen to. Take their mind off it.
They need entertainment, and also to keep the screaming out. You know,
Sure.
because they don't kill them right away.
Of
They keep them
course.
back there.
Of course. God bless these long distance drivers. God bless you, lads.